idea behind all of this is, with marijuana being legal now, we want to bring the feeling of like the 1950s wet bar to marijuana. Let's class it up. You know, this is not something that we have to hide now. You know, you can have a little spots and have your strains, you know, out on display for organizing, and you know, it can be part of the party and part of the conversation. We are a worldwide company, actually, believe it or not, from our tiny little headquarters here in our home in Portland, but we ship all around the world. And with legalization happening in Oregon, it's kind of more of a local thing. And so when we announced our marijuana collection to the world, who knows how many people really love it, but I think people are afraid to get it shipped. So I think it's more of a local appeal, Colorado, Washington, Alaska, Oregon for the time being. And I think that that's what this collection is all about, is appealing to people who, in all of aspects of their life, they want made in America, they want handcrafted, and there's been less options with marijuana accessories up until now. There's kind of been this sort of tie-dyed plastic, inexpensive baggies, yeah, you know, made in China, imported, you know, maybe not as durable, and this is handcrafted. It's with really solid materials like leather and brass and cork. And I think this will really appeal to the people who want nice things to hold their treasures in, and that is what, you know, your strains and your marijuana is. So Jeff is my husband. We've been married for 8 years, and he is got an architecture background. So his background is in design, and he kind of sees architecture as a blanket degree for all design, all three-dimensional design. And when he started making things, of course, I love him and I love what he does. And when I saw the things that he was making that weren't anywhere else on the marketplace, I just thought other people would want it too, because I wanted one. He wanted one, I wanted one, and that's two. Is because of Jeff's Oregon roots. His family came across on the Oregon Trail. They've been here since the 1840s, and it's a really big part of his identity. And so that sort of pioneer feel comes across in a lot of his things. When he first started making leather goods for the bicycle, he saw the bicycle as the modern horse. That sort of Old West is always present in his designs. You know, I think one of the other challenges we have is, you know, as an internet business, especially being on Etsy, having completely original ideas, trying to make sure that we don't get copied, or that people at least know that we were the original creator of it, is a big challenge for us. Especially because so many of the things that we make are first in class. You know, he has wildly creative ideas. He has more ideas than he has time to make. We wanted to be the first to come out and do marijuana craft. And we got a really positive reception when we first introduced all this. It's about removing the taboo, and you want something that represents you and your personality, just as you do on your bicycle, just as you do in your clothing. You know, these natural materials are what people want to work with. They're more durable, they're more beautiful, they age better. The only leather that we use is vegetable tanned, which is a more environmental tanning method in the United States, out of USDA American steer. So it's a byproduct of the meat industry, but it's a very short supply chain, all in America, and you just can't replace that. I think that the maker movement and the Made in America movement is an amazing expression of our patriotism, especially for this generation. We've lost so much manufacturing in the past couple decades, and these cottage industries like ours that are popping up and relearning crafts where in many cases the masters have all gone. We're self-teaching, as in Jeff's case, he's self-taught leather crafter. Buying American made is a great way to express that patriotism. We would love to be known as some of the first people doing marijuana craft, and you know, if this goes well, we'd love to make more things.